So just got home from work. It's been a little bit of a long day, but I got to do an interview today with Chrissy at the Shepherd University radio station, which was really, really dope. So I'm probably gonna sit up and try to chop up some of this video of this interview so I can post something and you guys can see it, because she did a really good job interviewing me and there's a lot of really cool stuff in there. So try to put that out for you guys.
Look, we're out here at Shepherd.
What's up?
If I can get some people in
About to
here.
have Shatora on the mic.
Yeah, she's about to interview me.
A couple more questions for Shatora. She was actually telling us some pretty awesome stories, just about her experience and like her personal views on how she's changed through music and what has affected her music passion. So we talked about when she started sharing music with others, and now we're gonna get into when was your first performance.
Oof. Let me think. I did a bunch of talent shows when I was in high school, but the crazy thing is the first performance I had was probably the biggest, like the first real one.
Really?
Yeah, so there's an old school hip hop group called the Lost Boys.
Okay.
And one of the members of it is Mr. Cheeks. So if you've ever heard the Jump Off, that song with Lil Kim, Mr. Cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well I opened for him.
You're
Yeah,
joking.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And how old were you then?
I was 17.
Oh my gosh,
It was
that's
so
awesome.
scary. So I drove, me, my mom, my best friend drove all the way to Ohio. And it was so scary and intimidating because my mom was like, I'm going to get food, you gotta stay here for sound
You're
check.
like, please don't leave
I was
me.
like, my uncle was DJing the show, but like he came up to me and was like, oh, you're the female that's performing tonight, and I was like, yes. I like, oh my gosh.
That's me.
And it was packed, like shoulder to shoulder in there, like hundreds of people, and it
Oh
was
my
just really
gosh.
crazy. Like him and Pretty Lou from the Lost Boys like dapped me up afterwards and were like, you need to keep doing what you're doing, and that was
Meant
crazy.
so much to you.
Yeah, so that was like the first show and like the craziest one I've ever done actually.
So like, how did that really like come about? Like your uncle, right? So
Yeah.
he kind of had the connection.
Yeah,
Had to connect.
He hustles for me, so like he was always on me. Like I don't know, he would get mad because I had to be about school, but he felt like I was not giving my gift enough attention.
Right.
So anytime,
That's funny. Like sometimes it's like the other way, and you're like,
Yeah.
no, I gotta hit the books.
No, he was like, you need to stop. You need to come over here and do some more of this. But he just, anytime he was DJing, he knew a lot of old school hip hop groups because he was really heavy into that DJ
Right.
scene in the 90s. So anytime he would get a show, he would just give them my music and he'd be like, you should let
Oh
her
my gosh,
open.
that's so cool.
And then he'd be like, that's my niece. After they were like, yeah. And then they would come in, and it's just crazy because, I don't know, there's not a lot of females that rap like this anymore. So,
Yeah. No.
not at all. So it was, that's kind of how I got all those little shows, and then that big one was just,
I mean, might as well go out with your first show with a bang.
I
like,
know,
just-
right?
Everyone, like, I'm sitting in this back corner right now, and all three of them are bobbing their heads, and I see a little side head
we were
movement.
vibing. We were vibing in here.
Definitely liked it.
No, that was like, I don't know. It's just awesome finding someone like and then just seeing like their talent, like something kind of unexpected. Like, I mean,
I know, you never would have expected that from
yeah,
me.
it's awesome.
When
Well,
I'm
that
at-
song
yeah.
was awesome. You told us a little bit about the inspiration you got from that song. What about any like artists? You started to tell me on a
Oof.
break about artists you get your inspiration from.
Yeah.
Sounds like a long list
Yeah,
from the
there's-
oof she just made.
There's a long list. Obviously, like, as far as lyrically, if I'm talking about, like, in a cipher, someone's just trying to, like, have the illest lines, I think Eminem's gonna be that
Yeah.
guy. Like,
Agreed.
I'm pretty sure
Agreed.
there's nobody that wants to mess with him.
No,
you
you don't. Yeah,
Love
you don't want to be
him.
on his
Probably
bad list. We've
should
seen it
not.
from some of his songs.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be on his
Yeah.
bad
Probably
list.
shouldn't. He was one person that I just, because he studied the craft too. I read his book, I watched all his documentaries, and that's all he did. So I
Well,
mean,
so are you. Like, look at you. Like, I read about all these
yeah, I
artists.
know, right? So I was always a huge fan, but I mean, I love Method Man, Redman, old school hip hop, like even all the way back to like Slick Rick, Run DMC.
Oh my gosh, Slick Rick. I actually was
Yeah.
listening to today. This is like kind of embarrassing, but
What?
I have two older
Go for
brothers,
it.
and you know his song "A Child Story." Like this
Yeah.
one, we were like in elementary school playing it in our basement, and we made up like a little like theatrical dance to the song.
That's
It's like a story.
That is
And
awesome.
my brother, alright, there's this line that he says, "Grabbed a pregnant lady," and my brother was the pregnant lady, and he had like a pillow in his
Oh my
shirt, and
goodness.
like
That's
love
awesome.
that kind of music.
That's
so
awesome. But yeah, he's definitely one. I just actually, this is a cool thing. I just put out, you know, the So Gone challenge. Did you hear about that?
No.
So there's a So Gone, a song called So Gone that Monica did back in the day as an R&B song.
Okay.
Everybody that raps was like doing their own version of that, right? They're rapping over top of that beat. So I said I was gonna do this So Gone challenge, and I rapped about every single female artist that influenced me, and I made it into one long thing.
Wow.
Right? It got like 12,000 views on Facebook.
Oh
my
God.
that's
It blew
awesome.
up. It
That's
went crazy.
awesome.
Yeah, and I literally, everyone's like, "Where'd you film it?" Me and my brother went to the top of the parking garage of the George Washington Hotel in Winchester and sat on the roof there and just filmed it. It was pretty dope.
Oh my gosh,
That's
that's
awesome.
so cool. So like, how can like people like get to your music more?
So I'm actually really I'm on my grind right now. I'm trying to be about this.
Yeah.
So there's my YouTube page. If you just search Shator Lane,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see footage from some shows that I've done. I'm doing a video log series now called Sunday 16s.
Yeah, why don't you tell us about a bit about that?
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. Actually, this will be the third Sunday. So every Sunday, I'm actually dropping a video of me a cappella, just doing some type of art, whether it's spoken word, a verse, something, and I always try to give a little bit of the background, so I don't just spit the verse. I always try to talk about a line or try to give people a little bit more of an in-depth look into my music.
Right.
So that's every Sunday, and this Sunday will be the third week. So if you look up Shator Lane on YouTube, you can find those.
All right, sweet.
Same thing on Facebook. All my videos and stuff are up there. If you look up Paige Dash Turner on SoundCloud, there's a couple songs on there that are really dope. If you listen to Kaylani, have you ever heard of Kaylani?
No.
I'm gonna put you on.
All right.
She's ill, but I sampled I sampled a piece of her song, and I made a really really dope track that I put out a couple weeks ago after the show.
Okay.
Because everybody went crazy when I performed that song, so I dropped that on my SoundCloud.
Sweet.
That's Paige Turner. Yeah.
And then so, what's her name again?
Kaylani.
All right, Kaylani.
Everybody needs to get hit because
All right.
she's the wave. I'll tell you right
So
now.
I don't know. I think I might have cut you off a little bit. So
Yeah, you're
any
good.
more inspiration from other artists, or just kind of like
Lauryn
your family?
Hill, yeah, Lauren Hill, Eve, Alicia Keys, like strong women. Jean Grey, if you know hip hop like that. But my family truly is like where it started. Like when I was 4 or 5, I remember my uncles took apart an 8-track and rigged it into two turntables and made it so that they could record. So they were recording music in the basement when I was like 4 or 5.
Right.
And
So you didn't have much to do but to get
but
into music.
be around
like-
there. I was always like, let me get on this and like just go sit down somewhere. So that's where it started. And my mom's heavy into hip hop. My dad's heavy into hip hop. All my uncles are, just art in general. So they always supported me and wanted me to definitely like keep going and keep diving into it, which was cool.
So do you just have one brother and then one sister?
Shoot, no, I got lots of family. So I'm the oldest, which
Okay.
is crazy. I have 3 brothers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and 2 sisters.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of us out there. That's why when my whole family was at the show, so there was like 30 people deep just from my family there. It was crazy.
Yeah, you were saying how crazy they got. Like, they were all about singing your lyrics and
Oh,
stuff. Like,
yeah, they all knew every single word. Like, it was crazy. People were like, how do people already know this music? It hasn't been released yet. And I was like, oh, that's my family.
It's
and
the
my
underground.
friends. Yeah.
It's the underground.
They're VIP. So, yeah, it was
Well,
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. So a lot of inspiration out there, not just from family, but from some awesome artists as well. And then, like Shator said, there's not many women really doing this kind of style. Like you heard it just now, like
Yeah.
really different, and I mean, kind of back to
The old school
the
stuff.
old school stuff, which is
Yeah.
definitely where I think we should go back to. Well, we're gonna take another quick music break and get back to some more about Shatora.